All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION Dispatch. And this, of course, has got to do with Joe Biden's off-the-cuff remark on Pakistan's nuclear program that has caused a huge stir. Now, there was an expected response from Islamabad. And now, what is interesting is that the US State Department seems to be backpedaling and course-correcting. In a statement, the spokesperson of the US State Department, Vedant Patel, has said, and I quote him here, "The United States is confident of Pakistan's commitment and also its ability to secure its nuclear assets. The United States has always viewed a secure and a prosperous Pakistan as critical to its interests." This is the statement by the spokesperson of the State Department, Vedant Patel. Now, this statement, of course, has come just days after Joe Biden had called Pakistan the most dangerous nuclear nation. He had made this off-the-cuff remark at a private event. The comment, however, did not remain private. It soon reached Islamabad and enraged Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, who hit back by saying that Pakistan is a responsible nuclear state with utmost seriousness. And also the US Ambassador to Pakistan, Donald Bloom, was also called in by Islamabad to register a protest. And now amidst Pakistan's internal turmoil, the focus of Pakistan on its foreign relations has taken a bit of a backseat. Now, shortly after being appointed as the foreign minister, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari had urged for more interaction between Islamabad and Washington, but he's also accused the Biden administration of not showing enough interest in Pakistan. All right, now to get us more insights in terms of this diplomatic row between Pakistan and the United States, we're being joined by Anas Malik, who's our Pakistan Bureau Chief. He's joining us live from Islamabad. And Susan Tehrani, our correspondent from New York, is also joining us on this broadcast. Now, Susan, let me begin by asking you this. This is a very interesting sort of a backpedaling that we've witnessed in Washington. Now, Joe Biden made the remark that everyone heard. He said Pakistan is the most dangerous place on earth because of the nuclear weapons that it has. And just a few days later, he seems to have completely gone back because his administration has now come out and put forth a clarification.
Right. He's the president of the United States. So when he makes a statement, he is the one that's amplifying what the United States says and where the United States stands. Unfortunately, this is an issue that can't be looked into as a one-off situation and a vacuum. This is something that has happened time and again with the president and his administration walking it back. We can talk about why this is a problem and what kind of problems it causes. But when it comes to issues regarding nuclear arsenal, this is the second time in a very short period of time that the president has tried to appeal to his donors with fear-mongering, once regarding Russia and Armageddon, and now regarding Pakistan. The accuracy of it is something that, is up to the State Department and the Pentagon to determine, and would have to come clean regarding a foreign policy agenda. But what seems to be really at hand here is Joe Biden at a fundraiser trying to frighten his audience into, getting donations at the end of the day. I mean, this is what happens. Right. And then we also don't know what kind of questions were asked at that fundraiser where Joe Biden replied. But I think it also signifies that the United States hasn't really made up its decision on how to deal with Pakistan at this point. Regardless, it's not a good look right now.
Absolutely, indeed. It does not look good at all in terms of how diplomacy is done, because if the United States indeed believes that Pakistan is a very dangerous place, then why did it, of course, go on and aid Pakistan with $450 million for its F-16 fighter jet program? Anas, if I can bring you in on this. Now, this has been a complaint within Pakistan under this government of Shehbaz Sharif and also under Imran Khan, where Pakistan felt that it was not being taken seriously by the United States. But quite clearly, looking at the diplomatic overtures that you are now getting from the United States of America, after this statement, the United States has clearly backpedaled, and also the $450 million F-16 fighter jet deal. So how are things looking in Pakistan with respect to this comment that has been made by Joe Biden?
Well, this comment was taken that it was uncalled for, that it was irresponsible on the part of the United States President to make such a comment for one very reason. It was more being tagged with his preconceived notions, because the last time, formally or informally, the issue of nuclear arsenals safety was raised was when Joe Biden was still the vice president. That was in 2012. Since then, Pakistan and United States have been engaging in through multiple mechanisms, be that be bilateral or be that be multilateral as well. Bilaterally, they had the SNAP in January of 2016, and then in December 2016, the then Pakistani advisor to Foreign Affairs Sartaj Aziz and John Kerry, the US Secretary of State, held a bilateral discussion, and then after which the joint declaration that was issued, it said that the US was more than satisfied with regards to Pakistan's nuclear safety. Then we've seen that the IAEA safeguards have been met. Pakistan is the only non-NPT country to comply with the IAEA safeguards. Pakistan has been going on and training these new countries who've been coming up with regards to nuclear energy as well. So all of these, they culminated into a strong case on the part of Pakistan, and it was expected for the US administration to slightly distance themselves, and it happened just as per their expectations along the lines.
All right, very interesting there. Thank you very much indeed to Anas Malik and also to Susan Tehrani for joining us and getting us all those insights there on this pretty interesting story of this tussle between the United States and Pakistan. And it remains to be seen as to how the equation between the United States and Pakistan progresses from here. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.